Alright. Sounds good. Yep. Recording. Format media. Slot 1. Okay. Yeah. I'm just getting her recording, making sure that's all set. Alright, recording. Audio input capture. It says digital audio reference. And then that's recording. I have the old Bolerian now.
Me?
They're just walking around cars like the bottom. I could probably bring this up. But then I just don't know if I can move it.
Good, pretty good. You?
Because it's like right now it's above my head. Because I have it, you know. I'll do what I can. I should be sounding pretty good. Well, you don't have to be good. Is that, oh, you want me to start more live in that?
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a first call senior showmanship. First call senior showmanship. This is the second and final call for those senior showmen. Second and final call, senior showmanship. We would like to welcome everyone today to the 2025 Dodge County Fair Sheep Show, followed by the Goat Show. We are glad everyone is here, and we're looking forward to a nice day with nice, cool weather, and we will get this show on their way. Our judge today is Blake Work from Hortville, Nebraska. Blake attended Northeast Community College and the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where he received his Associate of Arts and Bachelor's degrees in Animal Science. Blake graduated in 2023 after a successful run on the Northeast CC and the Nebraska Livestock Judging Teams. Blake is currently the 4-H Livestock Assistant in Platte County. 4-H and FFA has played an important role in Blake's life, which is why he's so passionate about working with young people to help them develop skills that will better them in their future. We would like to welcome Blake today to our show, and we are going to get underway here shortly. Once again, there are donuts in the rabbit, poultry, goat, and sheep barn for anyone that would like them, courtesy of the North Bend FFA Alumni Chapter. So make sure you get one of those. We would like to thank our Ring Help, which is the Logan View and North Bend FFA chapters, and our superintendent for today is Nikki Gregory. We would like to thank them for taking the leadership lead on these shows. Currently in the arena, we have our senior showmen. These showmen are ages 14 to 18 years of age as of January 1st. This will be a first call for junior showmanship. First call, junior showmanship. We would like to thank our ring sponsors for this year's Dodge County Fair. They include Turnus Trucking, LLC of Nickerson, Thomas Cattle, Tom and John Weisenkamp, Frontier Cooperative, Darling Ingredients, First Northeast Bank of Northeast, Sagehorn Seeds, John Sageborn, and Mosman Crop Insurance. So if you see any of them, thank them for their sponsorship of today's arena and throughout the fair.
Good morning, everyone. Certainly excited to be back here in Dodge County, working through your Sheep and Goat Show here this morning. We get started here really nicely in our senior sheep showmanship drive. Each of these 4 young people do a really nice job. The 2 young people here to my left, I went and talked to them about a few things that they can keep working on at home and to get into that purple ribbon category. Maybe it's getting a little bit more of a break side of the sheep. Just kind of understanding that sheep and showing the faults out of them just ever so slightly. But they both did a really nice job. The 2 young people here directly in front of me are in contention in terms of their senior drive. When you study what they do each individually, they obviously both have completely different showmanship styles, which I'm perfectly okay with, as long as you can stop and get that sheep stuff. I think for me though, when you get down to it, maybe there's an individual out here that I just prefer a little bit more in terms of the way they get their head and then the line. Just are able to get that sheep presented and then hold more efficiently. But it's small, minute things. Both of these 2 young people do a really nice job. Young lady at the front of the lineup is going to be your champion. Young lady second in the lineup is going to be your reserve. Let's give these young people a big round of applause.
Our champion senior showman was Natalie Wagner. Our reserve champion senior showman was Olivia Burridge. Receiving blue ribbons were Jillian Adams and Joel Adams. Now entering the arena will be our junior showmen. These showmen are ages 8 to 13 years old as of January 1st. This is going to be a first call for our Clover Kids Showman. First call, Clover Kids Showman. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Blair radio station 104.7 for being at our fair and live streaming the shows. So if you have, 94.7. So if you have any relatives that aren't able to be at our shows, please make sure that you let them know that the shows are being streamed. Once again, we would like to thank Blair radio station 94.7 for being here to stream our livestock shows, so relatives and friends that are not able to be here in person can watch it online. This is the second final call for Clover Kid Showmanship. Second final call, Clover Kid Showmanship.
Really nice division here Sheldon. I went and talked to the two young people here to my right. There's a few things that we can work on going home. When it gets down into junior showmanship, right, we need to cover the basics, make sure we're getting in line. I want to see a good amount of drive on them. There's maybe a couple times where we can just get a little bit more out of those chutes. I went and talked to those two young people. They do a really, really nice job. Those two here directly in front of me are in contention of this junior drive. They both do a really, really nice job in terms of getting those presented. Maybe there's an individual out here that's just a little bit more efficient in terms of their transition. Always gets me in position super duper close. Minute things. The young lady that's second in the lineup is going to be your champion. Young lady up front is going to be your reserve. Let's get these four young people.
Our champion junior showman today was Addison Burrish. Reserve champion senior showman was Elena Wagner. And our third place junior showman was Lawson Wagner. Receiving a blue ribbon was Easton Adams. Now entering the arena are Clover kids. Those include Skylar Amon, Riker Amon, and Ellen Kaup. These exhibitors are ages 5 to 7 years old as of January 1st. This is a non-competitive class. They will receive a rainbow ribbon and a feed bucket courtesy of Tractor Supply today for their involvement in our fair. This is the first call, Class 1, ewe lamb breeding sheep. Also in the arena as a Clover kid is Wyatt Adams. We're glad he came in with his sheep. Once again, this is the first call, Class 1, ewe lamb breeding sheep. First call, Class 1, ewe lamb breeding sheep. Once again, our Clover kids will also be receiving a feed or water bucket courtesy of Tractor Supply.
4 young people out here, our 12 for Kid division, all of them have done a really, really nice job. I wouldn't talk to them each individually. I think no matter how old you are, it's super important to have public speaking skills, communication skills. They're all 4 of them are very, very knowledgeable about their projects, and they plan on showing sheep here in a few years. So the Church of Brighton County, really, really commend these 4 people as they've done a really, really nice job. Let's give them one big round of applause. They're going to make another lap around the room, and then they'll go head towards the end. Really, really nice set of young people.
Once again, our Clover Kid children were Skylar Amon, Rifle Amon, Ella Couch, and Molly Adams. Thanks for being here today. There is a second and final call for that Class 1 breeding sheep ewe lamb. Second and final call, Class 1 breeding sheep ewe lamb. We would like to draw your attention to the inside front page of today's program. There you will find a list of our donors that help to provide monies for not only the awards during the fair, but as well as awards throughout the 4-H year. If you see any of them, please make sure you thank them for providing money to help with the 4-H program. If you're a 4-H or FFA member and want to attend the tractor show tonight, make sure you stop by the fair office and they will give you a voucher so that you may go get to the tractor pull for free. Once again, if you're a 4-H or FFA 4A member, make sure you stop by the 4-H or by the main office of the fair, and they will give you a voucher so that you can get into the tractor pull this evening for free. This will be a second and final call for that Class 2 yearling ewes. Second and final call, Class 2 yearling ewes. If you should be a champion or reserve champion of today's show, you will receive a plaque to hang on your stall so that our visitors to the fair know how your animals did. We also have stickers that you may place on your stall cards. At the conclusion of the fair on Sunday, you need to return those plaques to the 4-H office so that we can use them again next year.
A really nice set of ewe lambs out here, and I think in my mind there's a pretty logical class winner out here. One that you like in terms of her silhouette from the side. She's really round in terms of her rib cage. She's plenty stout and opened up. When you get her out here, in comparison to maybe a few others, that one's the best in the way she handled her hip and rear leg. Just kind of a combination ewe that really, in my opinion, needs to start pretty quickly. A young lady does a nice job in terms of getting that one presented. After that, if you want to jumble a few of them, depending on where your priorities are, I certainly wouldn't disagree with you. But I'm going to go ahead and use the young man's ewe lamb who's in the middle here. That one is more elegant in the way she ties out of her head and neck. She's got plenty of true mass and dimension over her rack. You get critical on her in terms of her structure. You send her in motion. She gets to be a little bit more swirly there out of her rear tube. I like to make her more square and secure. One that breeds to be plenty green at this name of the game. Like to see more flight in that one. The young ladies here that sits third in this particular one, you're talking about one that you like in terms of muscle. This one, may argue has just as much muscle as anything in this particular lineup. She comes in comparison to two, have a little bit more body shape. I guess for me, this ewe just gets to be a little tighter in her spine. It gets to be a little bit more moderate for what I'm after, but really a nice ewe to sit third. The other piece that's going to sit fourth in this particular lineup. Look at the length and extension on her head and neck. She's really good in terms of her cage. One that you're just going to see more of this ewe. I'd like to scout her up in the ground except for so slightly, but one that's going to go out and be extremely productive for that young lady. The next one that comes next, certainly one that's got some true dimension. When you're standing behind the livestock, when you get off to the side of that one, you'd like to give it a shot more and flex. You'd like to see some more look from the side. Same story true for the young ladies here that's going to round out this particular lineup. One that you like the way she ties out of her head and neck. She's long and extended. Just needs to be greener. Need to see more punch and power. Really nice class. Let's give those young people a round of applause.
Reserve Championship ewe lamb honors went to Joel Adams. Now entering the arena are Class 2 year reviews. At the conclusion of Class 2, we will need Joel and Natalie back with their lambs from Class 1 so that we can choose our Supreme and Reserve Supreme Champion breeding ewe of today's show. Currently in the arena, we have Class 2 yearly ewes.
This ain't rocking.
I got here even. Turned around. Well, you should recall it.
Really nice set of yearlings out here, and the ones that are very similar in terms of their types and kinds. I'm going to go ahead and use the young lady here second this particular lineup to get started. She's a little bit more elegant in the way she ties out of her neck. She's got a fresh rack shape on her. When you study this one, though, she's better in terms of her skeleton, a little bit more relaxed in terms of her angles. You're going to get credit on this one. You'd like to maybe drop her her flank just ever so slightly. I give her a little bit more of a proportionate look from the side, but one that's fresh, one that has muscle, and her skeleton reads plenty good. A pretty nice way to start. Now, if you're looking for one that's got plenty of grip, got plenty of punch and power, that's going to be the young ladies here in two. Maybe one, for me, gets to be a little shorter neck. I like to freshen her up instead of everything and type and kind ever so slightly. But one that breeds with plenty of quality, no doubt. The young ladies here that's going to round out, maybe one that's got some length of the skeleton up there, in terms of her angles. Maybe one for me just breeds to be a little clearer and more ordinary in her type and kind, like to stout that one up at the surface. Really nice class of yearlings. Let's give those young people a big round of applause.
Our champion yearling ewe was shown by Olivia Burridge. Reserve champion yearling ewe honors went to Addison Burridge. Now entering the arena, we will choose our Supreme Champion and Reserve Supreme Champion breeding mule of today's show. From Class 1, we have Natalie Wagner and Joel Adams. And from Class 2, we have Olivia Burridge and Addison Burridge. This is a first call, Class 3, Division 1 market lambs weighing 94 to 119 pounds. First call, Class 3, Division 1 market lambs weighing 94 to 119 pounds. Currently in the arena, we are choosing our Supreme Champion and Reserve Supreme Champion breeding mule of today's show. H.'ers and FFA members, we'd also like to remind you that on Sunday when you clean up to go home, please make sure that your wood chips get out into the center aisles to aid in cleanup next week for the fair board. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Bring out our first and seconds there from our ewe lamb division, and then as well as our yearling division. I think there's a lot of quality that you could go through, maybe just a single class of each, but there's definitely some pieces in all of these four sheep out here that you can go out and be really, really happy with. So we talked to young ladies ewe lamb. That one's pretty the lineup, pretty logical for me. I love that one silhouette from the side. She's plenty stout, she's plenty opened up. Is there a time or two maybe she gets to be a little tiger in her spine? Maybe so, but I think that's a really, really nice one, no doubt, right there. The young ladies, yearling, that one of the yearling division. We said that one won in terms of that one's true fresh, shape up high. She is stout, she is opened up. Would you like to see a shot more plain here? Absolutely. But one part in plain, it can give you a really, really good look from the side. The young man's second place out of the ewe lamb division. We said that one was really youthful, sporty in terms of her body shape. When that one can get cropped up and planned, there's a lot to top to. She's just plenty good. She's just plenty green at this stage of the game. Maybe you'd like to change her in the way she handles out of that hip and rear foot, but still one that's got plenty of future, no doubt. The second place yearling there, we said that one, if you wanted to run with one that had plenty of muscle shape, big old brood ewe that has plenty of rib cage about her, that's your ewe. But for me, she just reads to be, we need to freshen that one up. She's her type and kind, just not as long and skinny neck there as our first place yearling. But four really, really nice ones. I guess there's one for me, just hit me a little bit harder when they came in that particular lineup. With that in mind, that'll be the young ladies ewe lamb in the first class. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Our Supreme Champion breeding mule is going by Natalie Wagner.
In my opinion, reserve gets to be a little bit closer, in my opinion, because obviously we have sheep at completely different stages, and maybe one where a rear foot is kind of, there's definitely something that keeps in the back of my hand. But yeah, a really, really nice yearling ewe here that's got a really, really bright future, but still think the best ewe out here, the second best ewe is the young man's ewe lamb out of the first class. Let's give him a big, big round of applause for him.
Reserve Supreme Champion breeding mule honors goes to Joel Adams. Congratulations to both of these exhibitors. This will be a second final call for Class 3 Division 1 market lambs weighing 94 to 119 pounds. Second final call, Class 3. First call, Class 4 Division 1 market lambs weighing 120 to 129 pounds. For today's winners, we do have the big media backdrop to the north end or the south end of our arena for any pictures that parents, grandparents, or the media would like to take. Currently in the arena, we have Class 3, Division 1 Market Lambs. These market lambs weigh from 94 to 119 pounds. This is the second and final call, Class 4, Division 1 Market Lambs, weighing 120 to 129 pounds. Second and final call. We would also like to recognize our 2024-2025 Dodge County 4-H ambassadors. Helping us today is one of those ambassadors, Brooke Weiss. She is the daughter of Mindy and Marvin Weiss. Brooke is a member of the DC Clovers 4-H Club. In 4-H, she exhibits both baking and livestock projects and was also selected to attend the National 4-H Congress in Atlanta, Georgia. This fall, Brooke will be a junior attending Logan View High School, where she is active in a variety of activities and clubs. The ambassadors are they volunteer and advocate for the Dodge County 4-H at local events and help mentor young 4-H members acting as role models in 4-H. If you have a person that's interested, make sure you check in at the 4-H office on how to apply to become a 4-H ambassador. There is a second and final call out for Class 4 Market Lambs. Second and final call, Class 4 Market Lambs. A nice way to get our Market Lamb show started. I'm going to go ahead and leave them how they stand here and use the young ladies up front to get us started. I like that one in terms of his look from the side. He's good and proportionate. He's plenty good in terms of his rib. He's plenty stout and opened up. If you're going to get a little picky on this guy and maybe in comparison to you, you'd like to see him more expressive there on the top side of the skeleton. But that's being awfully critical of a really, really nice one to get us started. The young lady's new lamb here that's going to sit second in this particular lineup. One that you like a lot in terms of that one's look from the side. She's true and expressive there over the top side of her skeleton. Just need to see more of this. I'd like to lengthen her out in terms of her type and kind, but one that's still certainly going to go out and do a lot of good for that young lady. The young man's weather here that's going to round out this particular lineup for fresh in terms of his skin. He's really fresh when you put your hands on him. One you'd like to see stoutened up, one that's plenty far along from his end point. But a really, really nice project for that young man. Let's give those young people a big round of applause. Top purple from Class 3 was shown by Addison Burridge. Second purple went to Addison Burridge. Receiving the blue ribbon was Easton Adams. Now entering the arena will be our Class 4 Division 1 Market Lambs, weighing 120 to 129 pounds. At the conclusion of Class 4, we will be choosing our champion and reserve champion Market Lamb from Division 1 for today's show. So we will need Addison back with both of her lambs from Class 3.
And don't forget, if you're a 4-H or a day member and want to extend tonight's tractor pull, if you stop by the fair office, they will give you a voucher so that you may get in with free admission.
Market, she got here to round out this first particular division. And I think for me, the combination, whether it's young ladies up front, that one I like in terms of his gauge. When you study him in relation from what's behind him, that one's the freshest in terms of his traction. He's down, he's looking up. But what he set, what makes this difference here between 2 and 3 is when you set him in motion, he maintains his skeleton a little bit more from what I prefer. He's more relaxed in his spine, and he's better in the way he handles out of that hip and rear leg. A really, really nice way to get us started. Young ladies here in the middle, if you're going to talk about war, a pack full of muscle, that's your sheep. He's good looking from the side. I guess for me, when you set him in motion, he gets to be a little bit more easy. In my opinion, he needs to be better there on the top side of his shoulder. He gets to be a little tighter in his spine. But if you like one that's got plenty of muscle, then that's one you can gravitate to. Now, approach and planner, there's a lot to tie into for this young man's weather. More than gives you a good proportionate look from the side. He's got plenty of true fresh shape up high. Just a weather that reads to be plenty green at this stage of the game. Needs more flight and just needs more muscle shape to his lower legs. But it looks really nice. I wasn't for that young man. Let's give those young people a big round of applause doing a nice job.
Receiving top purple from Class 4 was Addison Burridge. Second purple went to Addison Burridge. And also receiving a purple ribbon was Joel Adams. This will be a first call for Class 5 Division 2 Market Lands, weighing 130 to 149 pounds. First call, Class 5 Division 2 Market Lands, weighing 130 to 140 pounds. Currently in the arena, we are choosing our champion and reserve champion Market Lands from Class 3 and Class 4.
No, I did not.
Bring out those first and seconds there out of those respective lightweight divisions. I think there's a lot of flowing from top to bottom. I'll talk them through here real briefly so that way you can see where I'm at. The young ladies that won that first particular class, maybe one, the two I've got here in terms of his length of skeleton. He's really fresh when you put your hands on him. You get him out here. Is he the soundest and the burliest? Maybe not, but one that I still think breathes with plenty of look. and quality, no doubt. The young lady did a nice job getting that one presented. You come here to the second class winner, maybe one that has a little bit more rib shape. He's really fresh and dimensional up high. He's packed full of muscle. He's in that particular heat. That was the combination, whether that combined muscle with a good enough skeleton. There's a lot you can tie into with that one, no doubt. The second there on that first class, we said that one was maybe had the advantage in terms of the rib cage. That one's got some true dimension when you step in behind her. I'm going to pressing that one up for this game of the game, but one that's a really, really nice plan. The second there out of that second heat there, we said one that was chock full of muscle. He's got plenty of true dimension up high. To be a little bit plainer and a little bit more unathletic when you set him in motion. Like to see him more proportionate when you ask him to lead. But four really, really nice ones. I'll put the mic down and show you the two I like. Before I do so, guys, let's put your hands together for all these young people. They've done a really nice job.
Champion in reserve, champion Market Lamb. Division 1 honors went to Addison Burrish. This is the second and final call for that Class 5 Division 2 Market Lambs weighing 130 to 149 pounds. This is going to be a first call for Class 6 Division 2 Market Lambs weighing 150 to 159 pounds. Once again, first call, Class 6 Division 2 Market Lambs weighing 150 to 159 pounds.
No, they're my camper coming. You got fart on me, bro. You got fart on me. You got fart on me good. I'll tell you.
Really nice set here to get second division started. I certainly think there's some give and take in terms of type and kind. But I guess for me, just a personal preference deal, the freshest, the one that just looks the best in terms of his stage, and one that combines what I'm after in terms of just being the freshest to the touch is going to be the young ladies up front to get us started. That one does come with plenty of true mass and dimension, no doubt. Maybe they're going to critique him ever so slightly. Maybe you'd like to elevate him there at the top side of his shoulder. Maybe see him a little bit more smooth there out of his dock. But one, that super fresh today, the young lady does a nice job getting that one presented. If you want the heavy duty around his body one, that's going to be the young man's hearing too. One that he can give you a really good look from the side. This mother just unfortunately puts her hands on him. A little bit softer than what I'd like. Maybe one you like to freshen him up by the type of time, but one that's certainly not full of muscle, no doubt. The young lady there, that's going to sit good in this particular lineup. One that does have a lot of look and quality. That one's good in terms of his angle. Has some body shape. Just doesn't come from the bells and whistles. Maybe if you do a headlock, like to see a shot more look from the side, but one that certainly got plenty of true dimension. Really, really nice class. Let's give those young people a big round of applause.
Second and final call, Class 6, Division II, Market Land.
Also, it's Olivia.
Currently in the arena, we have Class 6 Division II Market Lambs. These Market Lambs weigh 150 to 159 pounds. At the conclusion of this class, we will be choosing our champion and reserve champion Market Lambs from Division II. For that, we will need Natalie and Lawson Wagner back with their lambs from Class 5. At the conclusion of the selection of our champion and reserve champion Market Lambs, we will need Allison Murray back with her champion and reserve champion Market Lambs from Division 1, and we will be choosing our supreme and reserve supreme champion Market Lambs of today's show. Once again, we would like to thank this year's Dodge County Fair sponsorships for our show arena. They include Turner's Trucking LLC of Nickerson, Nebraska, Thomas Cattle, Tom and John Weisenkamp, Frontier Cooperative, Darling Ingredients, Northeast Bank of Nebraska, Sagehorn Seed, John Sagehorn, and Mosley Crop Insurance. We would like to thank them for their sponsorship of the arena this year.
did enjoy heavyweights here. Certainly some nice ones here to start. Pretty logical place for me to start. These young ladies here that sit second in this particular lineup. I think that one, proportion is really, really good. He's good in terms of his stage. He's plenty stout. He's plenty opened up. You're going to tweak him this ever so slightly. If I can make it a little bit more firm, something awfully critical. A really, really nice one to get us started. The young ladies down at here in one here at second in this particular lineup. One that you like in terms of his rib cage. Between 2 and 3 is stouter and more dimensional. When we put our hands on him, he is a fresher to the touch than maybe what you might expect. I guess for me, when you start studying that one, the young ladies just made into a really good one there to get us started. I like that one's look and presence from the side. I just need to stout that one up compared to one that I like a good feel. And ladies here, that's going to round out one that I like in terms of his rib cage, or one that's quite good in terms of the dimension over the top side of the skeleton. I just need to stout that one up. Make it wider chested. I just need to see that one coming with more dimension. Really, really nice class. Let's give these young people a big round of applause.
Receiving top purple was Olivia Burrish. Second purple went to Elena Reitner. Receiving a blue ribbon was Olivia Burrish. We will now be choosing our champion Margaret Land from Division 2. For that, we also have from Class 5, Natalie Wagner and Lawson Wagner, as well as Elena Wagner and Olivia Burrish. At the conclusion of our selection of our champion and reserve champion Margaret Lamb, we will be choosing our Supreme and Reserve Supreme champion Margaret Lamb of today's show. Once again, if you are a winner today, you will receive a plaque to hang on your stall so that the visitors to the fair know how your animals did. At the conclusion of the fair, we ask that you return those to the 4-H office so they can be used again next year. Once again, don't forget to clean out those stalls before you leave on Sunday and push all those wood chips out into the center aisles to aid and clean up for the fair board. Correction from Capricorn to Elena Wagner, and second Capricorn to Olivia Burrish. Sorry for that mix up.
We bring out those first and seconds there out of our heavyweight division, and all 4 of these have a lot of look and quality. The young ladies there that won that first for different class for heavyweights, we mentioned that one in terms of his freshness. That one's long and extended about his skeleton. Got plenty of true fresh and shape and dimension up high. We mentioned in that particular class, maybe one you like to drop in his plate, maybe give him a little bit more look, proportion from the side. Maybe doesn't transition there and he's not quite like I'd like to see, but one that's fresh, one that's got muscle, one that's got a ton of quality, no doubt. The young ladies here, that's it, won that second class, one that I'd like a good deal in terms of his rib cage. That one's got plenty of muscle shape, no doubt. And we mentioned that particular lineup, maybe get him out here. Is he the freshest in terms of his height and size? Maybe not, but he's got muscle, he's got plenty of look, he's got a lot of quality, one that I'd like a good deal. The young man won that second there out of that first heavyweight class. We like that one in terms of that one's overall muscle shape. Really round rib, really opened up. That one needs to come and go a little bit more pressure in my opinion, but one that's still got a lot of look and quality. Down there, that was second, down there in that respective division. One that I like in terms of his look, his quality, round rib, and opened up. I tore it down, and for me in that stage of the game, he's surprisingly a little bit more sort of the touch than maybe what I would have expected. So really, really commend that young lady. She's done a nice job with that compound. With that in mind, I think Champion Reserve is awfully close in my opinion. Maybe there's a shoot out here that just fits my personal preference in terms of their look and proportion of the side. Maybe understanding there's a few things that I would like to tweak about it. But with that in mind, I'll put the mic down, take one last look, get you a Champion Reserve here on our heavyweight. But before I do so, guys, let's push it in together. For all these young people, they've done a really, really nice job.
Our champion Market Lamb Division 2 is run by Elena Wagner. Reserve champion Market Lamb with Natalie Wagner. We'll now be choosing our Supreme Champion, Reserve Supreme Champion Market Lamb of today's show. For that, we need Allison Burrish with her champion and reserve champion Market Lambs from Division 1, and Elena Wagner and Natalie Wagner with their reserve champion and reserve champion Market Lamb from Division 2. Once again, there is a media board set up to the south end of the arena for any family pictures that you want to have taken. There is some media here that's taking pictures, so make sure you scooch back there for those pictures.
Quickly now, those champion reserves from the lightweight division back there with the heavyweights, and I'm certainly impressed with the quality that came through. All four of these have a lot of look and quality. I'll talk them real briefly, as I know we've talked them already. The young ladies there, the young ladies here that won the lightweight division, I like that one in terms of his look, his quality, his proportions good. He's got plenty of muscle. That one you like is good deal. The young ladies there that won the heavyweight division, just more my speed in terms of his look, his proportions, his rounder rear. He's just a little bit more elegant the way he ties out of his head. I just like that one kind of look and proportion from the side. The young ladies are second there for reserve out of that lightweight division. One that you like in terms of that still wet. Get him back out here. You like to drop him and his flank is ever so silent. Just to see him come and go with a muscle shake. The second there out of that first heavyweight division in that particular lineup. That is the one that's a little bit fresher to the touch. He is good in terms of his body shape. I guess for me, I'd like to see this one just proportion a little bit better. Correction there out of his dog, but one that's got plenty of freshness about him. One that's certainly high quality, no doubt. So with that in mind, I think the closest decision today will be between the heavyweights. So we're going to keep those two together. They're going to be your champion reserve. Let's give those young people a big round of applause.
How many birds I did on mine?
Our Supreme Champion Market Lamb was shown by Elena Wagner. Reserve Champion Market Lamb honors went to Natalie Wagner. Let's put our hands together again to thank our judge today, Blake Wirt, as well as our Superintendent, Nikki Gregory, our helpers, the Logan View and North Bend FFA chapters as well, and our 4-H ambassador as well. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we will get the GOAT show underway.
First call for senior showmanship. First call for senior goat showmanship. First call.
Because if you was talking to a real, you know what I'm saying, like you got the other one knocked out.
Now he's sitting on my
This will be a second and final call for senior goat showmanship. Second and final call, senior goat showmanship. judge today is Blake Work from Hortville, Nebraska. Blake attended Northeast Community College and the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where he received his Associate of Arts and Bachelor's degree in Animal Science. Blake graduated in 2023 after a successful run on the Northeast CC and the Nebraska Livestock Judging teams. Blake is currently the 4-H Livestock Assistant in Platte County. 4-H and FFA have played an important role in Blake's life, which is why he is so passionate about working with young people to help them develop skills that will better them in their future. We would like to take this opportunity to welcome Blake to our show today. We do have little stickers for you to come and get up here at the stand to put on your stall cards. The Fair Board really would like to have you put those on there, so as our visitors to the fair this year come through, they can see how your projects have done. If you receive a champion or reserve champion honor at today's show, you will receive a plaque to also hang on your stall for our visitors to see as they go through. We ask that you return those to the 4-H office at the conclusion of fair so we can reuse them again next year. Also, just a reminder, on Sunday when you check out and go home from the fair, please take a moment to move all your wood chips out to the center aisle to aid in fairground cleanup next week by the Fair Board. That's a great help to them if we can get those chips out into the aisles for them. We would also like to welcome the Blair radio station 94.7. They are streaming all the shows of our fair this year. So if you have a loved one that can't make it to the fairgrounds, but they want to see the kids showing their animals, they can go onto their streaming app and watch the shows as they take place. So that's just an added thing for our fair, and we would like to thank the Blair Radio for being here and doing that for us. We are now starting with our senior showmanship. These showmen are ages 14 to 18 years of age as of January 1st. This will be a first call for junior showmanship. First call, junior showmanship. We'd also like to thank our superintendent, Nikki Gregory, for taking on that role for this year's fair. We'd also like to thank the North Bend and Logan View FFA chapters for helping her run today's show. It is greatly appreciated. If you are a 4-H or FFA member, the Dodge County Fair Board is providing free admission to the tractor pull for you this evening. All you need to do is stop by the fair office and pick up a voucher. Don't forget, if you are a 4-H member or just someone interested in 4-H, you may vote for the Dodge County 4-H Council during the fair. Please stop by the 4-H office in the exhibit hall or the livestock office this week to vote for the 2025 Dodge County 4-H Council members. Voting is open to any Dodge County resident who has a vested interest in the 4-H program. Voting will close on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. at the end of the pancake feed. Also, don't forget our pancake feed on Sunday being put on by the 4-H Council. It takes place at Morrill Auditorium and begins at 8 a.m. This is the second and final call for junior showmanship. Second and final call, junior showmanship.
Really nice way to get us started out here on the Go Show. These three young people do a really nice job in terms of getting their goats presented. All three of these have extremely different types of showmanship styles, which, like I said earlier in the sheet, I'm okay with as long as you can get that sheep prompt and plan, or that sheep or goat prompt and plan looking apart. I'm okay with. I went on to the young lady here to my left. Maybe some things that she can tweak, just keeping an eye on the feet leg placement. Also just trying to get as much of a drive out of that goat as we can. But she's done an awesome job. The two young people directly in front of me are the ones here in contention for the showmanship drive. I think that it's really close because there's give and take in terms of types and kind. I think for me though, as the drive wears on, maybe there's an individual out here that just gets a better look at their goat. Maybe the feet and legs are a little bit more set the way they need to be, a little bit more efficiently. But both of these two young people do a really nice job. Maybe there's a showman out here that just hits more my style of what I'm looking for. They take up in a way they've all three of these have done a really nice job. Young lady to the lineup's going to be your champion. Young lady up front is going to be your reserve. Let's give these young people a big round of applause.
champion senior showman was Kaylee Gregory. Reserve champion senior showmanship honors went to Olivia Burridge. Receiving the blue ribbon was Madeline Miller. Now entering the arena will bring our junior showman. These are showmen ages 8 to 9 years old as of January 1st. Sorry, there was a misprint that I read. It's ages 8 to 13 years old as of January 1st. This will be a first call for Clover Kids Showman. First call, Clover Kids Showman.
Open.
This is the second and final call for Clover Kid Showmanship. Second and final call, Clover Kid Showmanship. Also going on in the main exhibit hall is the 4-H Council silent auction. Make sure you check out that. It is a money raiser for the 4-H Council to help provide awards for all of the activities throughout the year for our 4-H kids.
And a really nice set of juniors up here. I apologize for taking an extra minute because I think each of these young people are doing a really nice job. I certainly want to get them out here and let them show them off and let their goats kind of settle in and see where the chips lie. I went and talked to these young people right here to my left, and maybe it's a few things in terms of feet leg placement, just getting a little bit more drive out of their goat. The head and neck is aligned with their shoulders. Just be a little bit more efficient in terms of getting those feet and legs set. But all those young people do a really, really nice job. The 4 young people here just in front of me are in our purple ribbon category today and are in contention. Each of these 4 young people do a really, really nice job. And I certainly think there's give and take amongst these 4. So if you swap maybe what I do, I certainly wouldn't disagree with you. But I'll talk them real individually here, and then I'll put the mic down, take one last look, get you a champion. Young lady, it's a personal lineup. I love her intensity. She knows where I'm at. She gets that go type stuff and presented. Maybe there's a time or two where the feet legs just aren't exactly where they need to. But when you get that one stuffed and presented, you do a lot of really, really nice things. So very, very good job. Love the intensity out of this showman right here. The young man that sits in his second hole, I'm talking in no particular order, and then I'll get you a champion reserve. The young man here, second in this lineup, one that I like. He's calm, cool, and collected. He's very, very intense. Knows where I'm at all times. He's really, really smooth in terms of his transitions. Maybe there's a time or two where he gets a little bit more of a brace on that goat than what I'd like to see. Maybe just need to relax that one just a little bit, shake him out, drive him. But other than that, you do a lot of really, really nice things. Love the intensity. Young man here does a nice job. He's got a quiet showman out here that's ready to compete, loving his intensity. He knows where I'm at all times. I think there's a time or two. I'd like to see that go just going another running here. I'd like to see a little bit more drive and elevation on that guy. But really nice job for that young man. A young lady here in the sitting at the back of the lineup. One that I like a good deal in terms of her, ring presence or poise. She knows where I'm at all time. Maybe the trains up and around her. Want to make sure we keep that head and neck directly in line with the shoulder. There's a time or two where her head and neck maybe wasn't just directly in line, but that's small, minute things on four really high caliber showing. With that in mind, I'll put the mic down, show you the line, but I think for me, there's maybe just one out here that's a nickel more crisp in terms of getting their feet leg place, but it's off route. With that in mind, I'll put the mic down, get your champion reserved. But let's put your hands together for these people. This has been an awesome piece.
Champion Junior Showman today was Owen Gregory. Reserve Championship Junior Showman honors went to Addison Burridge. Our third place Junior Showman was Claire Mueller. Now entering the arena are Clover Kid Showmen. These exhibitors are ages 5 to 7 years old as of January 1st. This is a non-competitive class. They will receive a rainbow ribbon and a bead and water bucket courtesy of TSC Supply. Our Clover Kid exhibitors today are Lucas Boast, Conrad Eichmeyer, Merlin Miller, and Laurel Mueller. We would like to welcome them to the show arena. This is the first call for Class 4 Division 1 Breeding Meat Goat Yearling Does. First call, Class 4 Division 1 Breeding Meat Goat Yearling Does. To our sheep and meat goat exhibitors, don't forget we do have those ribbon stickers up here at the announcer's stand for you to come and get and put on your stall cards, so visitors to the fair know what ribbons your project received.
Four young people out here for Clover Kids on our goat side. Each of these four young people have done an awesome job in terms of getting their goats presented. And I went and had a conversation with each of them, and all four of them, they're very knowledgeable in their projects, and all of them said they were planning on showing goats maybe next year or even in a couple of years. So the future is bright here in your county on your goat side as well. Each of these young kids have done an awesome job. Let's give them a big round of applause ringside as they make their way towards the exit.
Yes, Nolan. Somebody's excited.
You saw you laugh. That was awesome.
call for that Class 4, a first call for Class 5 Division 1 breeding meat goat kid does. First call, Class 5 Division 1 breeding meat goat kid does. If we can have Adelaide Eichmeyer to the arena with the Class 4 Division 1 breeding meat goat yearling doe. If we can have Adelaide Eichmeyer to report to the show arena with her Class 4 Division 1 breeding meat goat yearling doe. Adelaide Eichmeyer. Currently entering the arena is our Class 4 Division 1 breeding meat goat yearling does. These does were born between 9/1/23 and 8/31/24. We have a second and final call out for Class 5 Division 1 breeding meat goat kid does. Adelaide Eichmeyer is moved down from Class 4 to Class 5. Just so you know on your programs.
way to get our breeding show started. I certainly think those that have some similarities but also have some differences as well. I'm going to keep them how they're standing and tell you the way I see them. But if you swap the pair, I certainly wouldn't disagree with you because they certainly got some give and take. But I'm going to use the young lady up front to get us started. She's better in terms of the rib cage. She's better in the way she fires out of her head and neck. She's long and skinny her neck. You get a little critical on this one. It gets to be a little shorter. And remember, if they want to like, if you'd like to stout her up at the surface, she's ever so slightly. But Warmout's got plenty of foot and bone, plenty of body shape and look from the side. That's a good one to start. The young man's here at 6'7" in this particular lineup, more youthful and sporty in terms of her body shape. She may have that advantage in terms of true muscle shape and getting behind the line. I'd like to see that one come with a shot more body, though. Just need to give that one a shot more look from the side. Two really looking skills. Let's give these two young people a round of applause.
Your champion breeding yearling doe was shown by Claire Mueller. Reserve champion breeding yearling doe was shown by Graham Mueller. Now entering the arena will be Class 5 Division I breeding meat does, kid does. These does were born between 9/1/24 and 6/1/25. Added to Class 5 is Adelaide Eichmeyer. At the conclusion of Class 5, we will choose our champion and reserve champion breeding kid does for today's show. We'll then choose our Supreme Champion and Reserve Supreme Champion breeding meat goats of today's show. For that, we will need Claire and Graham Mueller back with their champion and reserve champion breeding yearling does. Don't forget to get your teams together and sign up for the livestock judging contest that will take place on Friday afternoon. You may register over at the 4-H office on Friday from 12 to 1:30, and the contest will take place at 2.
Degrees? I don't think of it. Last time I heard it.
A really nice set of those kids out here. A lot of quality, and I think this might be one of the deepest classes we've seen today. Certainly a lot of give and takes, no doubt. I guess for me, pretty logical top pair up here. Love the young man's go here to get us started. I love that one in terms of her rib cage. She's plenty stout. She's plenty opened up. When you start studying her compared to 1 and 2, there's just a little bit more muscle shape and expression. They do get a little bit critical on this one. If you'd like to lengthen her out, just in her type and kindness ever so slightly, maybe a little more shorter and compact for what I'm looking. But one that's got a lot of cohesive that you really appreciate. The young ladies though that sit second, kind of different in the way she's more the prettier and the more elegant though. I love the way she ties out of her head and neck. She's useful in supporting her body. That one can paint you a really good look from the side. Just when you step in behind the lifestyle, I like to sound that one up. This is the surface just ever so slightly, but one that I certainly like a good deal. The young ladies though that's going to sit third in this particular lineup, a really nice brood down. She's got a big old groove down her back. She's playing square up high. She's sound and opened up. Maybe has an advantage over 2 there in terms of her muscle shape. Just need to see this one come and go with a little bit more coordination there in her rear too, but a really nice Bruno for that young lady. The young man that sits fourth in this particular lineup, very similar to the one ahead of him in terms of rear. She too has plenty of dimension up high. Need to stout that one up at the surface, but one that's got to be plenty productive for that young man. The young ladies here that sit fifth in this particular lineup, love the length and extension. She's really elegant up front. Need to stout that one up, give it a shot more look to the side. The young ladies though that's going to round out the side, love her female look and presence about her. She's long and extended, has some body. Need to see this one come on and go with more muscle shape and dimension. I see it come with a shot more look to the side. Really nice class, really nice top end. Let's give those young people a big round of applause.
Well, now we're choosing our Supreme Champion and Reserve Supreme Champion Breeding Meat Goat of today's show. From Class 5, receiving Champion Breeding Kid Doe and Reserve Champion Breeding Kid Doe honors was Kaylee Gregory. In the arena we will now have Claire Mueller with her Champion Breeding Yearling Doe, Graham Mueller with his Reserve Champion Breeding Yearling Doe, Kaylee Gregory with her Champion Breeding Kid Doe, and Kaylee Gregory with her Reserve Champion Breeding Kid Doe. This will be a first call for Class 1, Division 1 Market Meat Goats weighing 25 to 39 pounds. First call, Class 1, Division 1 Market Meat Goats weighing 25 to 39 pounds.
Bring out our first and second set of our yearling division as well as our go kids. I'm certainly impressed with the quality that ran through from top to bottom. All four of these have really, really neat pieces that you can go out and put on the generations of goats out here and make some really, really good ones. So, like I said, there's a lot of quality. I guess for me, it's kind of logical with how this goes. We talked there in our yearling division, though. We like those two. In terms of their rib shape, the class winner just had a tick more of it. Maybe she's a little shorter, steeper there out of her hip, but one that when the young lady gets that one dropped up and presented, she does so really, really nice. Go kid there, the one that particular lineup we like in terms of her rib. She's really good there. She's square and dimensional up high. She in that there was the stouter and more opened up. If we said to get a little critical, maybe you'd like to length in terms of her type and kind, and maybe that's where the going too certainly has advantage, but off the plan there's a lot to tie into there. On the other hand, Gilly, that was second, that particular one that you like in terms of her silhouette from the side. She's better in the way she transitions out of her hip. I'm just keen to see this one come and go with more punch and power. We just see that one a little bit rounder in terms of Maria. If you're talking about one that looks like a female, that's the young man. One that he's showing there, that was second, those kids. One you like in terms of a female look and proportion. If you want one that's pretty and gives you a good look, that's the one you tie to. We said that particular division, that one just gives up a tick more punch and power compared to the one division. So with that in mind, I think there's two on that here that just kind of look apart, and we're going to keep the two those kids together. Let's give these young people a big round of applause.
Our Supreme Champion breeding meat goat of today's show was shown by Kaylee Gregory. Reserve Supreme Championship honors also went to Kaylee Gregory. There was a final call out for Class 1 Division 1 market meat goats weighing 25 to 39 pounds. First call Class 2 Division 1 market meat goats weighing 40 to 54 pounds. First call Class 2 Division 1 market meat goats weighing 40 to 54 pounds. Second final call, Class 2 Division 1 market meat goats weighing 40 to 54 pounds. Second final call, Class 2 Division 1 market meat goats weighing 40 to 54 pounds.
roll into our Market Goat show, here our first particular heat of light weights. Certainly some give and takes, and no doubt all four of these are quite a ways away from their end point yet. But the one that is the boldest, the most expressive in terms of his body shape, put your hands on that one. That one is the shapeliest up high. That'll be the young ladies one up front to get us started. The young ladies here in the second particular lineup, one that I think is going to be an easy feeding kind, that certainly got some look and quality from the side. You study that one in relation to one. Maybe you'd like to give a shot more belly, but one that I see plenty green, obviously, at this stage of the game. The young ladies here that's going to see it third in this particular lineup, one that does give you a good proportionate look from the side. I need to stop that one up in the surface, give it a shot more look from the side. Same story's true for the young man's black-headed doe that's going to round out this particular heat. One that's got some look and quality up front. Need to see this guy come and go with more punch and power. Four really nice ones to get us started here on our market show. Let's give these four young people a round of applause.
First call, Class 3, Division 1, Market Meat Goats, weighing 60 to 69 pounds. First call, Class 3, Division 1, Market Meat Goats, weighing 60 to 69 pounds. From Class 1, receiving top purple was Madeline Miller. Second purple went to Madeline Miller. Receiving a blue was Easton Ruskamp and Addison McRuskamp. Pretty logical place to start here. The young lady up here. One, when she gets this one presented, it does show really nice. That one's good in terms of his look and proportion, level out of his spine, square out of his hip. In this particular lineup, that's the big-footed, stout, skull one that's got plenty of dimension up high. Certainly one that can keep feeding and be a really nice one for that young lady. She does an awesome job getting all presented.
The young man's block-headed, going to take second in this particular lineup. Maybe one between 2 and 3 has a tick more body shape. Put your hands up. He's square and truer over his rack. One, if you'd like to stamp him up, bind around the skeleton or placing it higher. Same story is true for the young ladies. Red Weather, that's going to round out this particular heat. One that's got some length of skeleton about it. One that you just need to not letting go with more muscle shape out behind her end. Really, really nice class winner. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Top purple went to Olivia Burridge. Also receiving blue ribbon for Avery Boast and Reagan Miller. Now entering the arena will be our Class 3 Division I market Negros that weigh 60 to 69 pounds.
Moving to the last class of this division here, I like the young man's leather up front in terms of his look, his proportion. He's really fresh when you put your hands on him. He's level near out of his spine. He's just really good in terms of his angles. You're going to get a little critical on this guy. Maybe you'd like to scout him on this at the surface, but I think he's got a lot of feeding potential just because he is so good in terms of his skeleton. Really nice one to get us started. The young lady does a nice job getting this one stuck here in second. He's really good in terms of his body shape. Put your hands on him. He's wide and expressive up high. I'd like to freshen him up in terms of his height and height. Maybe he's a little shorter and steeper there out of his head. But when she gets that one dropped and landed, I'll want to tie into with that one. The young man's here, that's going to round out. I love that one in terms of his rib cage. She's playing here in dimensional up high. I need to see this one come and go with more muscle shape. Give it a shot, more look from the side. Really, really nice class. Let's give all those young people a round of applause.
From Class 3, top purple went to Owen Gregory, second purple to Olivia Burridge, and receiving the blue was a Mitch Rui. We'll now be choosing our champion and reserve champion market meat goats from Division 1. For that, from Class 1, we need Madeline Miller with her champion, or her top and second purple goats. From Class 2, we need Olivia Burridge. And from Class 3, we need Owen Gregory and Olivia Burridge. This is the first call for Class 4 Division 2 market meat goats weighing 70 to 84 pounds. First call, Class 4 Division 2 market meat goats weighing 70 to 84 pounds. Currently in the arena, we are choosing our champion and reserve champion meat goat from Division 1. For that, we have from Class 1, Madeline Miller with her goats 0686 and 0684. We have Olivia Burridge from Class 2 with goat number 713. And from Class 3, we have Owen Gregory with goat 0168 and Olivia Burridge with goat number 712. This will be a second final call for that Class 4 Division 2. Second final call, Class 4 Division 2.
We bring out the first and second there out of those particular heats if they were eligible, and I certainly am very happy with the quality here from top to bottom. Obviously, our lightweights there were extremely far away from our end point, but we used one in that Scotty Tickler body shape. We see that one growing and being a shot more expressive. The one there too. The young ladies there, that was in the middle, or that middleweight, or the second class of our lights. One I think is really good in terms of his look and proportion. He's got some foot, he's got some bone on him. Just need to see this one sounder and more opened up. But I think that if you keep on this one would certainly grow into and being a really, really nice one. The young man there that won that last class that we looked at, we said his look, his proportion is so good. He's very level there on his spine, really cool and athletic when you get off to the 3/4 of that guy. I mean, you're getting critical on that one. We like to see a little bit more muscle shape and dimension down to his lower length, but that's being awfully critical of a good-looking one that won that particular division. The young ladies out there that was second in that division just ran into a really good one there up front. I think that one might have the advantage in terms of his rear cage. He's got some true dimension up high. We said in that particular class, we'd like to freshen him up, just maybe in his time and time, just a nickel, but one that I like a good deal as well. So with that in mind, I think our champion is really good. Look, proportion. We'll pull in a second. I'll take one last look and get your reserve. But before I do so, guys, let's put your hands together. All of our lightweight goat exhibitors, they've done a really, really nice job.
Your champion market meat goat from Division 1 was shown by Owen Gregory. Reserve champion market meat goat from Division 1 honors went to Olivia Burridge. Now entering the arena, we have Class 4 Division 2 market meat goats that weigh 70 to 84 pounds. This is the first call for Class 5 Division 2 market meat goats weighing 85 to 95 pounds. First call, Class 5 Division 2. Now entering the arena is Class 4, Division 2, Market Meat Goats, weighing 70 to 84 pounds. Once again, don't forget we do have stickers for your stall cards to show what ribbons you received in today's show. The Fair Board would like for you to get those and put those on your stall cards so that our visitors to the fair this year know what you got for awards. Once again, the plaques that go on your stalls, you need to remove those and return those to the 4-H office at the end of the fair on Sunday. We really enjoy heavyweights. Obviously, a lot of give and take in terms of types and kinds. And if you were to switch this top pair, I certainly wouldn't disagree with you. But it is a market show, and that's where muscles are a priority. And so with that in mind, I'm going to use the young man's go up front to get us started. That one's good in terms of the stage. That's the big and burly one that's stout and opened up. That one actually does need to be a little flexible when you put your hands on her. When you put her in motion, though, that's where I run into quite a bit of issues with her. She is way too uncoordinated the way she handles out of her hip and her rear leg. But one that certainly has some muscle. No, the good-looking one falls here in second. I like him in terms of his spine. He's really he does have an advantage when you pull him in motion in the way he handles out of his hip and rear leg. When you get off to the three-quarter of that guy, he needs to be flatter and more undimensional when you get down to his lower leg. But one that's got plenty of good angles and give you a good look from the side. Like I said, there's give and take there. You switch those two based on your priorities. I certainly wouldn't disagree with you.
Young man brings us one that's got some length and extension about his skeleton. One for me to see this mount this one up, give it a shot one fresh, through the engine, give over the compliment. But 3 really nice ones, commend all those kids on a job well done.
Top purple in Class 4 went to Graham Mueller. Second purple went to Addison Burridge. Receiving a blue ribbon was Tamara Ruiz. Now entering the arena will be our Class 5 Division 2 market meat goats weighing 85 to 95 pounds. At the conclusion of this, we will choose our champion and reserve champion market meat goats from Division 2. For that, from Division 4, we will need Graham Mueller and Addison Burridge to come back. At the conclusion of that, we will choose our overall Supreme Champion and Reserve Supreme Champion Market Meat Goat of today's show. For that, we will need our Champion Market Meat Goat Division 1, Owen Gregory, and our Reserve Champion Market Meat Goat Division 1, Olivia Burridge, to return to the arena. The Fair Board has asked me to make this announcement. Due to Mother Nature and the muddiness on the tractor pull has been canceled for this evening. They will continue to do the silent disco though in the beer garden. So once again, due to Mother Nature, the tractor pull for this evening has been canceled.
Now standing here around our heavyweights, I certainly think that given change in these top two, I'm going to use the young man up front though in terms of how much true mass and dimension and square and dimensional. He's very round rigged, almost to a fault in my opinion. He kind of throws off maybe his look and proportion in the side. Maybe a weather that's not super fresh in the company. He's in something we've seen today, but one, he's packed full of muscle shape, he's wide chested, big foot, and then opened up. The young ladies here, if you're going to say one, maybe a little bit more fresh in terms of his height and kind, I think this is the one to go to. He's good in terms of his angles. He's level there at his spine. I just need to scout this guy up. But certainly, for his weight, he thinks he holds it quite well. Just need to see more muscle shape when this weather goes away. But a really nice one there to sit second. The young ladies here that's going to see a third in this particular lineup. Nelson in a great shape. Put your hands on that low. He's got it muscle shape there over his rack. I need to scout that one up at the third match. The same story through for the young ladies here that's going to round out this particular lineup. One that's got some look about his head and neck. I need to see this one come and go with a shot one look, a shot one quality like the scout with a really nice class. Let's give those young people a big round of applause.
Now entering the arena, we will choose our champion and reserve champion market goats for Division 2. For Class 4, we have Graham Mueller and Addison Burch. For Class 5, we have Owen Gregory and Addison Burch. At the conclusion of our selection of champion and reserve champion market meat goats Division 2, we will be choosing our supreme champion and reserve supreme champion market meat goats for today's show. For that, we will need Owen Gregory back with his champion market meat goat from Division 1, and Olivia Burch back with her reserve champion market meat goat from Division 1.
Also, the lineup out here for our heavyweight division drive. I certainly think there's some differences in types and kinds for both, but all of them fit the mold in terms of being good, proportional from the side. They have some muscle shape. Maybe there's a couple of them here you like to fix in terms of the skeleton ever so slightly, like to see them come and go with a shot more flexibility. But with that in mind, with muscles are a priority. I think there's a couple of them out here that just kind of fit more of my mold of what I'm after. They got enough look and quality. They got enough muscle shape. We're going to keep the two heavies there out of our last class together. They're going to be our champions here in this division. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Our champion market meat goat from Division 2 is shown by Owen Gregory. Reserve champion market meat goat Division 2 is shown by Addison Burch. At this time, we will choose our supreme and reserve supreme champion market meat goats of today's show. Those are from Division 1, Owen Gregory with his champion market meat goat, and Olivia Burch with her reserve champion market meat goat. And from Division 2, Owen Gregory with his champion market meat goat, and Addison Burch with her reserve champion market meat goat. While we're waiting on the selection, let's put our hands together as a thank you once again to our judge, Blake Wirt of Hornville, Nebraska. Let's give him another round of applause for coming out today for our show. We'd also like to give a round of applause to Nikki Gregory for organizing both our sheep and goat show, as well as the Logan View and North Bend FFA chapters for helping her with that job. So let's give them a round of applause as well. Remember, we have those stickers you need to come and get to put on your stall cards to show what ribbons you got, and the placards need to be turned back in at the end of fair. Thank you so much.
been really been pleased with the quality that's came through today, not only here on the goat side, but we saw earlier in the sheep division. Thoroughly impressed from top to bottom. There were some classes that we saw both in the sheep and goats where you never written 2 or 3 deep and still been in good shape. So thoroughly impressed there with the quality that's come through. So before we get into talking into the livestock, first and foremost, I want to send out my thoughts and prayers. Give you guys this county here with the devastation what happened a couple days ago there in Fremont. So thoughts and prayers to those families that were affected in that, man. I can't imagine what they're going through, man. I also want to send an appreciation here to the extension staff here for letting me come back and work with some young people that have been a blast to work with. So from the bottom of my heart, you guys have been really fun to work with all day. I want to thank the superintendents both on the sheep side and the goat side for kept things coming at me. It makes my life much easier when we kind of get to a rhythm and go that way as well. So you guys are very fortunate to have a beautiful weather here. We wrapped up my county fair last night here, and we showed Monday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when it was 100 and index flies. So you guys are very fortunate to have a nice cool morning here to go through your sheep and goat show. So like I said, thoroughly impressed here with the quality. I think it's really close in my opinion. Depending on where you're sitting, you're probably over. So I'll talk real briefly here, get you your chief. Young ladies here that won that lightweight division. I always said in that class, that one's really good and proportional from the side. He's really cool because he's so level in terms of his spine. He's good in terms of his ankles. We said in that particular division, we'd like to stout him up at the surface. But one that, for me, he's 1 and 3 at this game of the game. But one you like in terms of his look, his silhouette. No doubt that's a good one right there. The young ladies here that said that they're lightweights, we said we like that one in terms of his length and extension. He too does proportion good. Just when you start studying that one, he gave up some true freshness over the top side of his skeleton. Just tends to taper that dimension down into his lower leg. I think we get into our heavyweights where the young man brought us one that's wide chested, big footed, stout shoulder, up and down. You put your hands on him. That's the biggest rack one out here. He's really down in terms of his body shape. Now he's wanting to work himself into it there for a while. He's wanting to overbrace a little bit. That was kind of wanting to throw off his proportion. But the young man's doing a nice job getting that one presented. We could get a little critical on this guy. Maybe he's getting to be about where he's at in terms of his condition. Maybe like a freshen him up just a nipple. But if you're after muscle, where muscle's a priority here in the market show, that one's one you're not a good deal. The young ladies there that was second there out of the heavyweights, one that's longer and extended, one that just gave up some true dimension compared to that one ahead. But really nice set. Let's give the young people a big round of applause. Back down and get you a champion reserve.
Our Supreme Champion Market Bingo to today's show was shown by Owen Gregory. Our Reserve Supreme Champion Market Bingo to today's show was also shown by Owen Gregory. We would also like to give a round of applause to Blair Radio 94.7 for being out here to stream our shows during this year's county fair. Thank you for everyone that came today. We look forward to seeing you in 2026. Enjoy your fair and have a safe drive home. Just a note, the poultry show is going to be at 4 o'clock today. It got moved from yesterday to today, so the poultry show will begin at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Our dairy goat show will start at 1, followed by the dairy goat followed by the dairy show, and at the conclusion of that, we will start the bucket calf show shortly after that. Once again, we have those stickers up here for your stall cards. Please come and get those and put them on. The fair board would like those on there so that our visitors to the fair can see how your projects did. Don't forget those stickers for your stall cards. We have them here at the announcer stand.
Oh,
There's been some question. Once again, the tractor pull for this evening has been canceled due to the muddy track. It's just too muddy and we can't get it dried out in time. But the silent disco is still going on. All other activities are going on at the fair this evening. Just the tractor pull had to be canceled due to the condition of the track.
doing anything but